Brittany and welcome back to the channel. And if you're new, it's lovely to meet you. I'm Jane, my husband Mike is behind the camera. We're British early retirees. We've got no debt, we've paid off the mortgage, and we live a thrifty, frugal and money-saving life in Brittany and northwest France. And every Wednesday we invite you in for a midweek money chat. And this week it's all about those things that will save us money, but they're not very popular and some people won't like it. You're definitely not going to like this one, so I thought I'd get it over and done with straight away. One of the biggest ways that people can save money is that they cook and eat all their food from their own premises at home. That's not necessarily cooking it from scratch. If you want to get away with not cooking one night and you want to put oven chips in the oven and a pizza in there, that's cool enough. It's jolly well cheaper than getting a takeaway delivered to your house. It really, really is. So there's the first thing. It's not very popular, but it will save you so much money, is to just stop eating out. I don't mean never eat out if it's a special occasion or you've saved up or it's an anniversary, but it's not special if you do it all of the time. It's a regular occurrence. So save it for treats. Save it for a wedding anniversary. Save it for your birthday. Not Tom's birthday, Dick's birthday, Harry's birthday, Beryl in the office's birthday. Your birthday. Save it for something really, really special. So there you go. I bet you're watching this now going, yeah, I know. I spend way too much money on takeaway, getting food delivered and eating out. And I know, it would save me heaps of money if I ate all the food that I prepared and all the drinks that I prepared in my own home. The next one, and hear me out on this one because it will save you thousands and thousands and thousands over your lifetime, is to get organised. Get organised with your stock check at home. Get organised with your meal planning. Get organised finding the deals in the supermarket. Get yourself organised with a shopping list of when you're going to go shopping for those best deals. Get organised with when the thrift stores, the charity shops have sales that you go get your books cheaper or your clothing cheaper. Get organised with friends for clothing swaps. Get organised with people in your community with garden swaps. Get organised. There are people who are organised, who organise their finances and their budget and their meal planning, and they wait until there's a coupon or a discount and then they get an oil change or then they'll get a service or new tyres. It's the people who are prepared to put the time and the effort in, who get organised, who save money. And I know some people don't want to do it, and that's cool, that's up to you. You don't want to do it, don't do it. But get organised and I promise you, you will save money. Give up the gifting to people who don't know you and you don't know them personally. I'm really, really serious about this one. I think the gifting culture, like the tipping culture, has become a social norm and it doesn't need to be like that. Every single year on all those community Facebook groups, those money saving groups, will all be about what can we get the teachers as a Christmas present? And somebody comes up with some things. And quite honestly, lots of them, if the teachers are getting loads and loads of these trinkety little things that often end up just given away, not used, or put in the bin. All you need to do with your children's teachers if you want to say thank you is say thank you. Either speak to them or send them a letter. It's lovely. And as somebody who was a teacher for 20 years, it is greatly appreciated. But if you are gifting your boss, people at work, people on the third floor in an office you've never heard of, you don't know, the neighbours that you don't know, the delivery man, the doctor's receptionist, blah, 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 blah. You don't know these people, they don't know you, they don't expect anything. You don't need to do this. Your hairdresser, all of these people, you don't need to do this. You don't need to do this. Absolutely, of course, gifting for people who you love and who are close to you, that's lovely. That is absolutely lovely. But can we please be sensible about this gifting? It is not compulsory. It is a selfish act. It makes you, the giver, feel good. Like, oh, I would have felt bad if I didn't do it. Oh, but you know, Sylvia on floor 10, everybody else is getting her a gift. She's retiring. You don't know her. She doesn't know you. I had a real rule at work. Somebody's having a baby. Could you fill in the card and put some money in? Somebody's retiring. Could you sign the card and put some money in? If I worked with them, if I knew them personally, if my working relationship was dependent on them, and most of all, if I liked them, then I would join in with the gifting. But gifting Tom, Dick and Harry, the Amazon delivery driver, we don't need to do this. We absolutely don't. The doctor's receptionist, nope. Your boss, no. Keep the gifting to your nearest and dearest. Repeat after me. I am not a sheep. I am not in a flock. I do not have to follow all of these other sheep. I do not have to do what these other sheep do. I am my own person. Do not have to do what everyone else does. If everyone else is borrowing money, if everyone else is buying things, if everyone else is putting up new seasonal decor, if everybody else is having something done to their house, or their face, or their body, or their hair, you do not have to join in with this. You are not a sheep. You are not in a flock. You do not have to follow the crowd or do what anyone else does. You do you. The next one, cut again, and cut it out. Especially if you're trying to save money, especially if you're trying to build an emergency fund, and most of all and especially if you're trying to clear debt, or if you're trying to build up a retirement fund. Cut things out. Cut out the things that you don't want to do. Cut out the things that you don't need. Cut back. You don't need tons and tons of entertainment sources coming through your TV screen. You don't need subscriptions that you might have used every now and then. You just don't. You can cut it out. And you know what you can cut out because you know yourself. You can cut it out. You can cut back. You know, if you go into the supermarket and you're just bunging things in the cart because you're, oh, lovely, oh, things are just catching your eye, and the next thing you know, you're pushing them through the checkout and you're paying for them. Cut it out. Cut back. Cut. You know what? You can say no. You can say no. You don't have to say yes. Like I said, you're not in a flock. You're not one of the sheep. You don't have to say yes. Say no. Say no. Kids mithering you because they want something? No. Kids mithering you between meals, they want something to eat when you know full well their bellies are full. You can say no. Your family want you to help you. They're full-grown adults. You can say no. If people want you to do something or go somewhere, you can say no. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. People want to sell you something and halfway through it, you think, I've changed my mind here. Say no. It's perfectly okay. It's going to be hard for some of you because you've been saying yes all the time. You've been kind of socially conditioned into saying no and you don't want to deprive yourself or anybody else. But I'll tell you what, biggest money saver you're ever going to have is just to say no. Not going to buy it, not going to do it, not going to go. Your choice. Remember that. You do you. And if you wants to say no, you say no. very difficult for some people to stick to a budget, to track their spending, to stop their impulse spending, to do the right things, to eat at home, to cook at home, all those things. And this is what I want you to do. I want you to look in the mirror. And when you've looked in the mirror, ask yourself, can I see an adult? Is there an adult looking straight back at me in this mirror? And if there is, do the adult thing. Do the adult thing and say no. Do the adult thing and stick to your budget. Do the adult thing and meal plan. Do the adult thing and do your own thing, your own way. Do the adult thing every single time. You do the right thing, you will save an enormous amount of money because you won't be doing the impulsive things. Impulsivity, impetuousness, all of that, it's okay for children. But if you look in the mirror and an adult looks back at you and you do things that are childish or not sensible, and you know as an adult are just self-destructive when it comes to your finances and your future finances, look in the mirror. Is there an adult looking at you? And do the adult thing. You know me, you've been here before. I do like to be reflective. We are all completely responsible for our own behaviour and our own choices. And that message in itself is bits that some of us just don't want to hear. I know people personally who will say, oh, well, I've always been like that. I've always spoilt the kids. I've always said yes to everything. Oh, you know what I'm like with money. Oh, I'm hopeless with money. Oh, you know me and budgets, we don't get on. Remember that. You and you alone are completely responsible for your own behaviour. As difficult as it may be, and as much as that we don't like it. Go on, hit the thumbs up button. Leave a comment. Do you find any of those hard? Do you find any of those easy? Do you know people, like I said, who say things like, oh, you know, it's just me. I've always been like that. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon. Bye for now.